Guys, welcome back. It's Dakota, the benefits boss. Today we're going to be talking about a triggering topic that a lot of you guys, if you're on Google and seeing this or online, is U.S. Health Group a scam? Or AKA, is Freedom Life Insurance Company a scam? Quick answer is no, but how it's sold, potentially. The reviews, and if you're online, they get pretty sketch from how it's sold. So a little about U.S. Health Group. U.S. Health Group is what's called a captive organization, okay, or U.S. Health Advisors. They have a couple different companies in the mix. And this is the thing about an insurance carrier like this. A lot of times they're mixing like 3, 4, 5 different organizations to make it work. They have about 3,000 sales agents that can only sell a couple products, right? And so a lot of times the reason they're getting such bad reviews is agents are forced to put people into a plan that is not so great. Let's go to the computer and go check it out. So we go on some of their main reviews and it's not great, right? Like just sometimes not a great experience because people are forced to sell these type of plans that sometimes people don't know how to use, right? And they use a couple different names to disguise. So they were bought by United Healthcare, so they sell it as a United Healthcare plan, but United Healthcare has nothing to do with the claims process. It's actually a company called Freedom Life Insurance in some states and National Foundation Life Insurance in other states. But as you see, they all route to the same company, U.S. Health Group, right? These are like sub-underwriting companies they own that they sell under, and it all routes back to U.S. Health Group. And they're not sketchy about them, they list it, but it's just how it's sold is not so great. So if you're being pitched this, like you want to buy health insurance and like you talk to a U.S. Health agent, and you're like, ooh, something doesn't feel right here. Let me show you what's going on. Now, this is their main plan that they sell. It's called Premier Advantage. And full disclosure, we worked with this group for years. So we were on the inside. We ended up leaving just because we didn't feel right with some of the ethics that were done there, how they treat agents, and how they sell products. And there's honestly a lot better products out there for a better deal, just depending on what's going on. But this is the way it's pitched. So these are called indemnity plans, which indemnity plans aren't awful. They're zero deductible, zero copay plans, which means it doesn't mean you don't pay anything. It just means you pay last. So the benefits you see on the screen is what they pay, then you pay last. They're just kind of low. $75 for a doctor visit, $75 for urgent care, x-rays $50. So if there's things left over, you pay what's remaining. There's just better indemnity plans out there. But where it gets scary is if there's a hospitalization, right? Or surgical benefit. Most people sell plan one. That's what's mostly offered, and there's no surgical benefits, right? Which means if you need a surgery, you're just getting the network discount. Again, what is a network discount? And United's on the network, which is good. It's what they negotiate down and then you pay. It's usually about 40 to 50% off. But if the bill is like 40, 50 grand and they only knock off 40, 50%, it's only about half off. It's still, 20,000 plus, right? So check this out. So they have an indemnity plan and they have this rider in the plan. Now, what is a rider? A rider is like something you're paying for monthly, and it lets you do something later on, right? They essentially give you a jail out of free card, right? Or get out of jail free card. They let you buy, and this is where it gets kind of complicated, and the reviews are not like so bueno. They let you buy another plan in the event of a claim, where you pay $3,000. That's your deductible. A deductible is what you pay, and then they pick up the rest. Okay, you pay $3,000, and then it's 100% covered. Okay, but you can use it after a claim. So it's like, think about like car insurance. Like you have like a liability plan. You get in a car accident, you can switch to collision, right? It's essentially what's happening here. The thing is that most people don't talk about is like you're buying another plan. So you're paying $200, $300, $400, $500 a month, $600, $1,000, whatever your price of your plan is, and then something happens, then you have to buy a whole separate other plan. So it's like full price. It's like what a work plan would cost or a marketplace plan would cost. It's usually like another $1,000 a month. So now you're paying for two plans plus this $3,000. And now you're paying two premiums plus $3,000. It's typically like $6,000 to $10,000 to have something major happen, right? But everything's covered. The thing is, when you call, I'll never forget this story. About 6 years ago, I was about 3 years into insurance, and I walked in a client, and they were on a plan like this. And I walked in, and I hadn't talked to her a couple of years. She hadn't reached out, I reached out to her, and I was like, hey, how's everything going? And she goes, this plan, this one that we're looking at right now, ruined my life. She goes, I had a $300,000 claim, and I called in, and they didn't tell me anything about the upgrade. And one of the reasons, and I almost like lost it, because I'm like, what do you mean? But it was like, it had been a year, it was too late to exercise the upgrade. And it says in here, even in the middle of a claim. But the reason they get kind of wrecked in the reviews is because a lot of times the customer service team doesn't tell them about the upgrade. Or the agent, there's no like good way on the back end for the agent to see if someone has a serious claim to use the upgrade, right? And so when people have a major event happen, they're kind of left screwed, right? Or they have to have the hookup to get the upgrade, and it's still expensive, right? It's not a fluid process. So that's why you see them absolutely get wrecked on the reviews. And most agents don't tell them about this upgrade. They're like, hey, you have a $3,000 deductible in your plan. It's true, but you have to pay for it and then upgrade it. It's a whole thing, right? So that's their like flagship product. That's what's going down. And most times it's sold as like a full wellness package where they're only paying $200 towards a physical. It's not terrible, but most people expect it to be free because they come from a group plan. It's not free, and then they feel like they were lied to, right? Which they could be, right? Like you have a lot of sketch agents out there. And then they have this plan here. It's what's called a guarantee issue plan, meaning anybody can get it. But there's no upgrade, right? And they're only paying, and this is where it gets kind of sketch, right? Like $80,000 to $8,000 for surgery. So like it's a flexible thing, right? So if you have a surgery for $30,000, they're only paying $8,000. You're on the hook for the rest of it, right? So it can get kind of scary what's going on there. So this is why they've gotten absolutely wrecked with reviews. Now, if you need a good insurance product or like a good plan for your family, reach out to us. We have over 700 reviews between Facebook and Google. We really try to take care of our clients and build them the right plan. We shop everything, like all the marketplace stuff, all the private stuff, and we kind of like finesse plans together, which is really what you have to do nowadays because it's crazy out there, make sure people are taken care of. So guys, thank you so much for watching this. Always check before you buy and make sure your family's protected. We'll see you guys later. Bye.